Official sunset now happening a couple of minutes after 5 p.m. So we have a little bit of leftover light. We're starting to get some dry streets, though, with overcast conditions. A little bit of sunshine the next couple of days. We still will maintain some soggy, some muddy conditions around the area. But we're getting some improvements. Speaking of improvements, snow total for the Powderhorn Mountain Resort. I think they were recording 17 inches in the last 48 hours. This was just today. This is the really fluffy stuff that I think skiers and snowboarders really enjoy. Kind of a snorkel situation where if you keep your mouth open, you're going to get a mouthful of powder and then you can't breathe, and then you need a snorkel to navigate through that. Looking at some of the totals up at the Grand Mesa, 163 inches. We're looking at 13 and a half feet of snow, 2 feet of which just fell within the last 2 days. So yeah, great conditions, but please be careful, exercise caution. We have high avalanche danger. And of course, it's not just avalanches that can ruin a good time. There's also such a thing as a tree well situation where you could topple headfirst into a tree well and suffocate. It's not an ideal situation to be in. I've been there. Let's move on. Light wind speeds, less than 10 miles per hour currently right now. We're getting a westerly wind in, and that also supports drier conditions. Not necessarily warmer temperatures, but we will see a brief improvement over the next couple of days. Top wind gusts for the day between 5 and 15 miles per hour. Glenwood Springs are right around the 25 mile per hour zone. Wind is not really a factor as we move forward, though once we get into the Friday timeline, there's a 24-hour period ahead of the next incoming storm system by the end of the week where we could get some breezy conditions. And in fact, Thursday, Friday will be marked with some of our more mild temperatures, slightly above the averages for this time of the year. Right now, we're just below the freezing mark for a couple of spots, barely at that freezing mark for other locations. As far as high temperatures for the day, exactly what we anticipated, mid-30s. And this is fairly typical temperature afternoon for this time of the year. We'll experience these again tomorrow afternoon, but for the Thursday and the Friday, with a southwest flow kicking in, we may upgrade these temperatures to at least the 40-degree mark. Not totally out of the question, so a couple of more mild days for the end of the week ahead of our next incoming system. Avalanche danger in blue. This is going to be considerably dangerous for the high country for the next couple of days. We have another storm system for the end of the week and the start of the upcoming weekend. There's talk of yet another system in the middle of next week, so we're getting into this pattern where we're going to experience more and more snow totals on the mountain zones. In the next half hour or so, we're going to lose some of these winter weather advisories. Certainly that would include the Uncompahgre, also the San Juans, but we will still keep a winter weather advisory for the Grand Mesa through tomorrow morning. That just really gives us the opportunity for some very light showers. Lingering, hanging on to the backside of this system. There's not a whole lot to it. Just south of Meeker, north of Rifle, up on the Glade Park area. Not a lot of snow fell with this system, but we did, over a period of time, get good snow totals, so that's what we hope for. High country snow continues tonight, rather quiet. We start to see a little bit of sunshine tomorrow. We keep cool temperatures in place. We go quiet for Wednesday. Quiet for Thursday as well, but all the while, we have another storm system brewing off the Pacific Northwest. Cold front, it's going to swing right through our region. This puts us in line for Friday, Saturday with more snow showers, but of course with the mild temperatures in place, we'll have to get through a round of rain showers. So again, with the messy, sloppy, muddy conditions for the end of the week and the start of the weekend, more high country snow Friday, Saturday, and we likely see another round of those winter weather advisories and winter storm warnings. In the meantime, we get some subtle temperature improvements. I personally can't feel the difference between our high temperature today in the mid-30s and our high temperature tomorrow pushing away from the middle 30s, but it's a bit of a trend. High pressure system building over the region for the Wednesday and the Thursday. And I know you're asking yourself, high pressure, usually it's clear, usually it's dry. But we can also dirty up this ridge, and that's exactly what's going to happen. We're going to get a westerly flow coming through. Ridge is going to build in. We're going to have cloud coverage, hence the dirty phrase. But cloud coverage, and we'll see a little bit of sunshine for those days. Though mild for Thursday and Friday with the southwest flow engaged. Not exactly record heat, but we are running a handful of degrees warmer than the average for this time of the year. Of course, that all comes ahead of our next incoming system. We're looking at least a chance of rain first for the lower elevations, and then we'll start to break it down and see if we can't get a good saturated column of atmosphere, and then we could look at cold temperatures and moisture at all levels, and that would support a little bit of snow showers. But for now, we're looking at rain first and then a rain-snow mix. Obviously, that would blend into Saturday morning with some colder temperatures. And then by the end of the weekend and the start of next week, our low temperatures in the morning, those will actually be aligned with what is typical for this time of the year. Typical afternoon temperatures today, tomorrow, a little bit of an improvement on Thursday and Friday. Again, southwest flow for all regions on the western slope. If you do get out and enjoy, please drive safely. We have snowpack conditions in the mountain zones and lots of fresh snow in the high country.